Remember words by reading essays. The City on the Brink.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will be studying the article The City on the Brink. Before we dive into the details, let's listen to the entire text once to get a general understanding of the story and its context.
In a bustling metropolis, the city's residents were on the cusp of a major transformation. After years of slow development, a technological revolution was imminent, and its effects were already on the horizon. Everyone sensed that change was in the offing, and no one could remain indifferent. The outgoing mayor, known for his bold policies, gave a farewell speech emphasizing that the steep challenges ahead required courage and resilience. Citizens were worried about skyrocketing prices and a breakneck pace of urban expansion. Meanwhile, Alex, a young entrepreneur, had amassed a fortune in tech startups. Serendipitously, he discovered a groundbreaking innovation that could reshape the city's future. However, he soon found himself embroiled in political debates, which began to rile the public and stoke heated discussions across social media. His decisions would spur further controversies, especially as the city faced dire economic disparities and intractable social problems. The tangled web of regulations and bureaucratic hurdles made each solution a ticklish challenge. Urban planners feared that unresolved issues might tangle citizens in endless disputes, turning ordinary disagreements into thorny issues. Amid all this turmoil, the mayor urged everyone to let bygones be bygones, reminding them that unity was essential for progress. Yet, for Alex, the journey was wrenching, as every choice carried high stakes and public scrutiny. In a world that seemed to move at breakneck speed, even a small mistake could have enormous consequences. As a symbol of hope, the city adopted a friendly panda as its mascot, reminding citizens of resilience and continuity. Despite the challenges, there was optimism. Change was near, and the city stood ready to embrace it.
Now, we will listen to the text again. But this time, I will explain some of the key vocabulary and phrases as we go along. Pay close attention, because these expressions will help you understand the nuances of the article.
In a bustling metropolis, the city's residents were on the cusp of a major transformation.
In the text, the phrase on the cusp of means being at the point just before something happens, like a moment of transition. For example, the city was on the cusp of a major transformation, meaning it was right before significant changes.
So, is it similar to about to happen?
Yes, exactly. On the cusp of emphasizes that something is imminent but not yet occurred, often highlighting excitement or tension.
Can it be used for people, not just events?
Absolutely. You can say someone is on the cusp of a breakthrough or on the cusp of a new career, meaning they are about to reach an important moment in their life.
After years of slow development, a technological revolution was imminent.
In the text, the word imminent means something that is about to happen very soon, often with a sense of urgency. For example, a technological revolution was imminent means the revolution was expected to occur any moment.
Does it always have a negative meaning? Like danger?
Not necessarily. While it's often used for urgent or serious events, it can describe any event that is about to happen, positive or negative.
Can we use it with plans or opportunities too?
Yes, you can say an imminent opportunity or imminent success, meaning something is going to happen very soon, not just threats or problems.
And its effects were already on the horizon.
In the text, the phrase on the horizon means something that is expected to happen soon or appear in the near future. For example, when it says its effects were already on the horizon, it means the changes were coming soon and becoming noticeable.
Is it similar to about to happen?
Yes, very similar. But on the horizon often gives a slightly broader or more gradual sense. You can see it coming, even if it's not immediate.
Can it be used for both good and bad things?
Absolutely. You can say opportunities on the horizon or challenges on the horizon. It just signals that something will appear or affect us soon.
Everyone sensed that change was in the offing, and no one could remain indifferent.
In the text, the phrase in the offing means something that is likely to happen soon. For example, when it says change was in the offing, it means that change was expected or imminent.
Is it the same as on the horizon?
Very close. Both suggest something is coming. But in the offing often emphasizes probability or anticipation, not just visibility.
Can it be used for both good and bad events?
Yes, definitely. You can say trouble in the offing or success in the offing. It just points to something likely to occur soon.
The outgoing mayor, known for his bold policies.
In the text, the word outgoing describes someone who is leaving a position or role, like the outgoing mayor, meaning the mayor is finishing his term and will soon be replaced.
So it doesn't mean friendly or sociable here.
Correct. While outgoing can describe personality. In this context, it refers to someone who is departing from office or a position.
Can it be used for jobs other than political roles?
Yes, you can say the outgoing CEO or outgoing director, meaning the person is about to leave their current role.
Gave a farewell speech emphasizing that the steep challenges ahead required courage and resilience.
In the text, the word steep is used to describe something very high or difficult to manage, like steep challenges ahead, meaning the challenges are difficult and demanding.
So it's not talking about a hill or slope here.
Exactly. While steep can describe a slope, in this context it's metaphorical, showing intensity or difficulty.
Can it also describe prices or costs?
Yes, you can say steep prices or steep fees, meaning very high or hard to afford.
Citizens were worried about skyrocketing prices and a breakneck pace of urban expansion.
In the text, the word breakneck describes something happening very fast and often dangerously, like a breakneck pace of urban expansion, meaning the city is growing extremely quickly, almost recklessly.
Can it be used for things other than speed?
Usually, it's about speed, intensity, or risk. It can describe actions, growth, or movement that's fast and potentially risky.
Is it always negative?
Not always. It can be exciting too. But it often carries a warning that something is moving faster than is safe or manageable.
Meanwhile, Alex, a young entrepreneur, had amassed a fortune in tech startups.
In the text, the word amassed means to gather or accumulate a large amount of something, often over time. For example, Alex amassed a fortune in tech startups, meaning he gradually built up his wealth.
So it's like collecting something. Right.
Exactly. It can be money, knowledge, or resources, anything you can accumulate in quantity.
Can it be used for non-material things too?
Yes. You could say she amassed experience or he amassed supporters, meaning built up over time.
Serendipitously, he discovered a groundbreaking innovation that could reshape the city's future.
In the text, The word serendipitously means something happened by chance in a happy or fortunate way. For example, Alex serendipitously discovered a groundbreaking innovation, meaning he found it unexpectedly, but it turned out very lucky.
So it's like a lucky accident.
Exactly. It emphasizes pleasant surprise or good fortune rather than planned effort.
Can it be used in everyday situations too?
Yes, you could say I serendipitously met an old friend at the market, meaning you met them by chance. And it was a happy coincidence.
However, he soon found himself embroiled in political debates.
In the text, the phrase embroiled in means involved in a difficult, complicated, or messy situation. For example, Alex found himself embroiled in political debates, meaning he got caught up in arguments and controversies.
Does it always mean trouble?
Usually, yes. It implies conflict, confusion, or controversy, not just ordinary involvement.
Can it be used for personal problems too?
Absolutely. You could say she was embroiled in a family dispute, meaning deeply involved in a complicated or tense situation.
Which began to rile the public and stoke heated discussions across social media.
In the text, the word rile means to make someone annoyed, angry, or agitated. For example, Alex's political debates began to rile the public, meaning they started upsetting or irritating people.
Is it stronger than just annoying?
It can be. Rile usually suggests stirring up anger or frustration, not just minor irritation.
Can it be used in casual situations too?
Yes, you could say his teasing riled his little brother, meaning it provoked anger or annoyance, even in everyday contexts.
His decisions would spur further controversies.
In the text, the word spur means to encourage or stimulate action. For example, Alex's decisions would spur further controversies, meaning they would cause or trigger more debates and reactions.
So it's like pushing something to happen.
Exactly. It can mean motivating, provoking, or causing an event or action.
Can it be positive too?
Yes, you could say the award spurred her to work harder, meaning it inspired or motivated someone to take action.
Especially as the city faced dire economic disparities and intractable social problems.
In the text, the word dire means extremely serious or urgent, like dire economic disparities, meaning very severe problems. Intractable means difficult or impossible to solve, like intractable social problems, meaning issues that are stubborn and hard to fix.
So, dire is about how serious something is. And intractable is about how hard it is to solve.
Exactly. Dire emphasizes severity, while intractable emphasizes difficulty or stubbornness.
Can intractable be used for arguments too?
Yes, you could say an intractable dispute, meaning a disagreement that's very hard to resolve.
The tangled web of regulations and bureaucratic hurdles made each solution a ticklish challenge.
In the text, the word ticklish is used metaphorically to mean delicate or tricky to handle. For example, each solution was a ticklish challenge means the problems were difficult and required careful handling.
So it doesn't mean being sensitive to touch.
Right. Here it's figurative. It shows something needs caution or careful attention.
Can it be used for situations outside work?
Yes, you could say a ticklish situation at a party, meaning a delicate or awkward situation that's tricky to deal with.
Urban planners fear that unresolved issues might tangle citizens in endless disputes.
In the text, the word tangle means to get involved in a complicated or confused situation. For example, unresolved issues might tangle citizens in endless disputes means people could become caught up in messy, confusing arguments.
So it's not literally about threads or ropes here.
Correct. It's metaphorical, describing complex problems or situations that are hard to sort out.
Can it also be used for emotions or ideas?
Yes, you could say tangled emotions or tangled thoughts, meaning confused or complicated feelings or ideas.
Turning ordinary disagreements into thorny issues.
In the text, the phrase thorny issues means problems that are difficult, sensitive, or complicated to deal with. For example, unresolved disputes became thorny issues, meaning they were tricky and challenging to solve.
So it's similar to difficult problems.
Yes, but it also implies the problems might cause tension or discomfort, not just require effort.
Can it be used for social or political situations too?
Absolutely. You could say thorny political debates or thorny ethical questions, meaning complex issues that are hard to handle carefully.
Amid all this turmoil, the mayor urged everyone to let bygones be bygones, reminding them that unity was essential for progress.
In the text, the phrase "let bygones be bygones" means to forgive past mistakes or forget past disagreements. For example, the mayor urged citizens to let bygones be bygones, meaning they should move on and focus on the future.
So it's like saying don't hold grudges.
Exactly. It encourages peace and reconciliation, leaving old conflicts behind.
Can it be used in personal situations too?
Yes, you could say let bygones be bygones after our argument, meaning choose to forgive and move forward without resentment.
Yet, for Alex, the journey was wrenching, as every choice carried high stakes and public scrutiny.
In the text, the word wrenching means emotionally very painful or distressing. For example, Alex's journey was wrenching, meaning it caused him intense emotional struggle.
Is it only about sadness?
Not only sadness, it can include stress, grief, or any strong emotional difficulty.
Can it be used for experiences outside personal feelings?
Yes, you could say a wrenching decision, meaning a choice that is difficult and emotionally challenging to make.
In a world that seemed to move at breakneck speed, even a small mistake could have enormous consequences. As a symbol of hope, the city adopted a friendly panda as its mascot, reminding citizens of resilience and continuity.
In the text, the word mascot means a symbol or character that represents a group, organization, or city, often for inspiration or identity. For example, the city adopted a friendly panda as its mascot, symbolizing resilience and continuity.
So it's like a team mascot in sports.
Exactly. Just like sports teams have mascots, cities, schools, or companies can have them too, representing values or spirit.
Can mascots be real animals or just characters?
Yes, they can be real animals, fictional characters, or symbolic figures, as long as they represent the group or idea.
Despite the challenges, there was optimism. Change was near, and the city stood ready to embrace it.
Let's listen to the full text one more time. This final listening will help you reinforce your understanding and hear how the key words and phrases fit naturally into the story.
In a bustling metropolis, the city's residents were on the cusp of a major transformation. After years of slow development, a technological revolution was imminent, and its effects were already on the horizon. Everyone sensed that change was in the offing, and no one could remain indifferent. The outgoing mayor, known for his bold policies, gave a farewell speech emphasizing that the steep challenges ahead required courage and resilience. Citizens were worried about skyrocketing prices and a breakneck pace of urban expansion. Meanwhile, Alex, a young entrepreneur, had amassed a fortune in tech startups. Serendipitously, he discovered a groundbreaking innovation that could reshape the city's future. However, he soon found himself embroiled in political debates, which began to rile the public and stoke heated discussions across social media. His decisions would spur further controversies, especially as the city faced dire economic disparities and intractable social problems. The tangled web of regulations and bureaucratic hurdles made each solution a ticklish challenge. Urban planners feared that unresolved issues might tangle citizens in endless disputes, turning ordinary disagreements into thorny issues. Amid all this turmoil, the mayor urged everyone to let bygones be bygones, reminding them that unity was essential for progress. Yet, for Alex, the journey was wrenching, as every choice carried high stakes and public scrutiny. In a world that seemed to move at breakneck speed, even a small mistake could have enormous consequences. As a symbol of hope, the city adopted a friendly panda as its mascot, reminding citizens of resilience and continuity. Despite the challenges, there was optimism. Change was near, and the city stood ready to embrace it.
That brings us to the end of our lesson. I hope you found this session helpful in improving your vocabulary and comprehension.
Keep practicing.
And I look forward to seeing you in our next class.